Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Monad update for you guys. Monad right now sitting just under 3 cent, 2278 cent right now for Monad. 246 million in circulated market cap, 2.27 billion in a fully diluted market cap. Like I said, guys, I think any price, any purchase of Monad under the 2.5 cent mark is a great buy. Anything under the Coinbase ICO price is a great time to accumulate my Monad, right? I really do think that's the case. Like I said, I really do believe that this project will be, just an absolute monster long term, but you have to be patient, right? And you don't want to buy when prices go into the upside. You want to buy on dips. You want to buy when it's consolidating. And right now, Monad is consolidating, is in a bit of a pullback. So now is a good time to start accumulating. If you haven't gotten to the amount that you wanted or the financial goal that you wanted for Monad, now is the time to do so, right? If you already have, you just have to hold, ride it out. If you want to keep adding, that's on you, right? I just say never invest more than you're willing to lose, because you never know what could happen in this space. Things change so drastically here, and a lot of projects you never expect to fail do fail. So this is why you never invest more than you're willing to lose. I always stress it in every single video not to do that, right? But again, I think Monad is in a great spot as the retail coin for people that have, they're making an honest living. They don't have the time to check crypto 24/7, right? Because this space is extremely difficult, right? It really is. And there's people in this space that make it look very easy, making 6 to 7 figures like it's nothing. But that's not the case for most people. That's not the case for most participants, right? But it is possible to do so. You just have to, pay attention. Just show up, right? You don't have to really be super dialed in, right? Because there's opportunities like a Monad where this is where you don't have to be super dialed in. You have your job that you're working at your job. You got your family and kids to take care of, or you just you're very busy, so you can't be checking prices 24/7. You can't be trying to buy as much as possible or trade these things and all of that. You don't have the time for that headache, right? So this is why I think Monad is in a great spot as a true retail coin. Not all of us are retail. I am retail, right? We are retail, so I don't think that's disrespectful for me to say that. But this is why I think Monad is in that spot to do so, where like people that have are busy, very busy with their own lives. They don't have the time to be in crypto 24/7. You could just buy some Monad, check back on it in a few months, and then you're in profit, right? That's the type of coins that we need in the space, and I think Monad is one of those, right? Where you accumulate over a few months or so, and then you just be like, okay, you're back to your honest living, and then a few months later, a couple months after that, boom, you're up 10, 20, 30x, right? That's the type of coins we need in the space to bring retail investors back, and I think Monad is one of those projects that pull that off, right? So like I said before, I think 50,000 to 100,000 Monad is the way to go. I don't expect the average participant to be investing 30 to 50K into the market. I don't expect that, right? People in crypto make you think if you don't have $10 million, you're broke, right? I don't think we should approach it with that mindset. You just take it at your own pace, right? Slow motion is better than no motion, right? Take it at your own pace, right? If you're starting off with $1,000 to $5,000 portfolio, all you need is one investment at a time to build that up, compound those gains, and then eventually you get to 6-7 figures doing so, right? One trade, 1,000 to 5,000, one trade, you get a 10x, 5x, right? 5x, you rotate those profits into another investment, another trade. And you do that again and again, and eventually you be successful, right? And then obviously all the investments you take, you leave in like, a little bit of a position just in case they continue to go higher. There's always that possibility, right? So 50,000 Monad, $1,141. 100,000 Monad, $2,283, right? Like I said, I think that's great. I see people in my comment section saying they have 100,000 Monad and they're looking to accumulate more, right? So that's, again, I think that's not like an amount that's going to, like, you know, put people in debt, and it's not going to ruin you financially if things go wrong, right? So yeah, I think that's like I said, I think that's a good bet. Did you know you can add Monad cards to your Apple Wallet? Oh, right. That is an update I have to talk about. This video has gone on for a bit long already, so I'll talk about it in the next video. But one thing I wanted to point out as well is that the total deposits in the Monad DeFi ecosystem is getting close to 500 million, right? Up 75% since last month, right? That is absolutely bullish to see. There's people that are actually getting onboarding to Monad, up to $500 million in the DeFi ecosystem. That are people staking, doing liquidity pools, liquidity providers, all those different things, right? So that is extremely bullish for Monad, right? I just wanted to point out this little update on the TVL and how well it's growing before I closed out the video. So as always, guys, none of this is financial advice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Never invest more than you're willing to lose, and I'll catch you in the next one.